my name is Lindsay and welcome to my channel. This is Wicked Witch of Stitch. I do crochet, market prep, and market day videos. I'm pretty new to filming for YouTube. This is actually my first video and I'm very excited to be here, so come along. So I figured I would start out by showing you guys everything I crocheted in January, since it's now officially February. I can't believe a whole month is already gone and we're month 2 of 2025 already. It feels like it just flew by. Okay, so first things first, I made the classic loaf cat by Annie Caraway Art. Can't really get away from these. They are adorable. I love them to pieces and people can't get enough of them, so loaf cat. Okay, and if you see me looking down, it's just because I'm referencing my notes. I wanted to make sure I got all the names of the pattern creators correct because I don't have them all memorized off the top of my head despite how many times I make them. So up next is this adorable bear. I found this pattern forever ago. I tried modifying it myself and had a hard time, so I went back and did it again, actually following the directions, and what do you know, it's so cute. I love him. Look at that little snout. Anyways, it's by Mauve Pony, which is original. Excuse you, I'm so sorry, I have my puppy in the room here with me. She didn't want to be left alone. It's by Mauve Pony, and it is originally in another language. I'm not sure which language it is, but it's translated by Amigurumi Toys on their website, and they do properly credit and link back to the original artist. But so if you want, I will put all the links to everything in the description below if anyone wants to try them. There, hello. Yes. This is Jenny. This is Virginia Wolf, aka the baby girl. Yes. Hello, say hi to YouTube. Yeah. Yeah, that's you, that's you. Okay. Alright, you gotta let me work. Alright. Okay, and then I made this little rose turtle. I've made them before in the bigger yarn, which is what the pattern originally calls for, but I wanted to try and start making some smaller worsted weight turtles so people could have options, because not everyone wants a giant turtle. Some just want a little one. And this is by Passionate Crafter. It's a free pattern on her website, but I believe you can also buy the PDF on her Etsy as well. And there we go. And then next I have not 1, 2, 3, 4 snakes that I made because it's the year of the snake this year, so I figured. And this is the only way I'll actually get close to a snake. I'm not a big fan of the real ones, but these are adorable. Look how big they are. And they're bendy, so kids are gonna love these. You can make them in the worsted weight yarn like I did, or you can make them nice and big and chunky with like the blanket yarn. And this is by Chronic Creator. It is a Ribbler only pattern, but it is free. So if you have a Ribbler account, you can just subscribe to them and then you get the pattern for free. Okay, and then this next one is actually a pattern I've had for a while and I just haven't gotten around to making it. I don't know why, I just kept putting it off. But it's this little dragonette by Making Things Naughty over on both Instagram and Etsy. The pattern's on Etsy, but the original pattern, it comes with either just as a plushie or you can have a ring insert and then you can wear it on your hand. Like, it's like really cool. But the yarn she used I didn't have, so it came out much bigger than hers was. I actually used this Premier Parfait, and I'm pretty sure it's like you can't even get this anymore because I got it from someone in my yarn group who was giving away a bunch of yarn, and it came in the original bag she bought it in from AC Moore. It still had the receipt in there. It was from 2015. That's the year I learned how to crochet. It's been 10, oh my god, it's been 10 years since I learned how to crochet. That's so cool. But yeah, no, it's neat. It's a 5-weight yarn. It's a chenille. I'm not the biggest fan of chenille though, just because of when I stuff my plushies, I tend to stuff them firmer, and I noticed that if like you have like a decrease, it tends to, if you can see here, you can see the yarn, through the yarn you can see the stuffing coming out. And but like, again, I think that's just because of how I tend to overstuff. If you don't do as much, it probably wouldn't be as big of an issue. So I'm not sure if I'm going to keep the yarn. I might end up like donating it. I know that there's a group at the library that like is teaching kids to crochet that they do sometimes, so they probably appreciate it. But anyways, I also made a couple in Bernat blanket yarn. I don't have those anymore because I actually consign at a local shop a few towns over, and that's one of the I just dropped them off recently before I filmed this, and I'm gonna actually insert a picture here now. And this pattern is the same dragon that I showed you earlier. It's just made with Bernat blanket yarn instead. And instead of doing the slip stitches that she had to make it kind of curve, because I was having trouble with that, I just did them straight through, so they're a little, it still has a little curve, although it's not as obvious. Okay, so this is the Fribbit pattern. It is by Crochet by Elle. It's a free pattern over on Instagram. It turned out really cute. I'm really happy with it, and I hope someone at the shop loves it. Okay, and the last plush that I made that I brought to the consignment shop was this Mothman pattern. It's something I freehanded. Last year I found a bunch of red safety eyes in my stash and decided that they would be perfect for it. I didn't work from an existing pattern. I freehanded it just based off of what I already knew of crochet. I'm trying to work more on making my own patterns. And then last but not least, I made a cardigan, a hexagon cardigan. I made it for my mom. It's actually a Christmas present, but because I was also making 2 other cardigans at the exact same time, I ran out of time to finish them. And she told me it was okay, finish the others first. And I'm like, I felt so bad. She's like, that's okay. I'll love it whenever I get it. And she loves it, but she let me borrow it again just so I could film this. It's the pattern I used. Well, it's the tutorial by Annie Hooks and Healers on YouTube. It's a free tutorial. It's how I learned to make the cardigans, and I'm absolutely obsessed with it. I've made 3 completed ones, including this. I'm almost done with a 4th one just for me, and I've already started a 5th one that I want because I found some really cool yarn when I was at Michael's, and I just couldn't wait. And it's just, if you haven't made a cardigan, a hexagon cardigan, you have to do it. You have to do it. It's a fun mindless project that you can do without having to think too hard about, and then it's just so cool because you can wear it. I don't really make a lot of wearables aside from maybe like a hat or scarf, but this I love it. It's so pretty. And here's the back, and it's so cool. I am obsessed, if you can't tell. Return of the needy baby. It's okay, we love her. So that was everything that I crocheted in January, and I have a few things that I started but I didn't get quite finished, like another loaf cat, but it was a little one. It was with the worsted weight yarn, so I call those loaf kittens. Those people really like those. I put them in a cardboard box on my tables at markets, and it says kittens for sale. People think that's insane, or they think it's adorable. But I also started a second rose turtle. I just again didn't finish it, and those 2 cardigans I told you, I'm working on those. Those are going to be done soon. Can't wait to wear mine. A couple goals I have for February is to, again, finish the cardigans. I'm actually gonna make something for this little girl here, and I want to just start really market prepping. I don't have a market picked out yet, but I know of one that's coming up. I just don't know, the date hasn't been released yet, but that's probably going to be my first market, at least the one I'm shooting for. So I just gotta, like start stocking up on things I know will sell and I'm running low on, like the cats, the turtles, the standard things like that. Definitely got a couple patterns in mind that I want to try out, a couple pattern testings that I'm hoping to get picked for, but fingers crossed, you never know. It's a dog eat dog world when it comes to those. But anyways, thank you so much for coming along for my first video and sticking around to the end. I really appreciate you guys watching. If you could like, subscribe, the normal stuff. I've never asked for that before. I feel embarrassed, but again, this is Lindsay. It's Wicked Witch of Stitch, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye. Say bye, Ginny. Bye.